Hello, ESGN Nation, and welcome to a new episode, or new series here on the channel. As we're back here with some more college football, and this will be one of the two series that we'll have here on the main channel. Of course, we'll have the Hot and Scotty's Team Builder Dynasty, but in this series that you're seeing here today, this series is going to be this series of a coaching carousel of Matt Marvel. Yes, if you guys are a channel. Been here for the channel from the very beginning, or recently here when we started Marvel's Road to Glory there on NCAA 14. You guys met his brother, or if, like I said, if you've been here for a while, you know his brother, his older brother Matt Marvel, who is a channel legend, and we are going to start his coaching carousel. Start his coaching career here in college football 25. So this is going to be a really cool series because if you guys remember from the Miles Marvel series, his brother is was a coach, a quarterbacks coach, and of course assistant offensive coordinator for a community college there in Mississippi. I believe it's the one that is from the Last Chance U series. I think that's the one I mentioned. Was the one he is his brother is being the coach down there. Well, now he has the opportunity now to be an offensive coordinator for a Division I school. So as you see here, we do have the ability to get fired here in this series, and I'm sure that's probably going to happen. We're playing our traditional same settings I have in the past that I've had, and of course it'll be as well as you'll see here in the High and Scotty series once we start that. But yeah, the idea is his goal he wants to have in this series is to be able to someday be the head coach and try to basically bring back the glory of the Nebraska Cornhuskers. And for us to do that, we're going to have to take a couple of coaching jobs there. Now, ideally, I want them to ask us the number I'm looking at. I want to get 5 good years as an offensive coordinator. Now, if we happen to get a head coaching job, it has to be a head coaching job that is in the realm of the power or the other 5, not the power 4, and it has to be for right now. We have to stay in the conference that we're going to be coaching in. And of course, as you see there, we're going to be the offensive coordinator and the tactician for Memphis Tigers. Yes, what I did was I did a wheel spin, and I decided that I believe in the last time we heard from Matt. His wife is a school teacher, and right now the two of them, of course, got married, and they're about to have their first their children. The first children she's actually going to have twins, of all things. That was kind of a little cliffhanger. That eventually at some point here you'll hear more about that in Miles' Road to Glory. But but in this series, he is going to be an offensive coordinator, and he gets a chance now to take a job nearby. So what I did was I got all the schools that were any state that bordered Mississippi, and I went and did a wheel spin, and whatever school was the last one to not be eliminated from the wheel spin, well, obviously was the school that he was going to go to. So we'll be the offensive coordinator. Now we will be recruiting both sides of the ball, offense and defense, but we will only be playing on the offensive side of things. So our job is pretty much to score points, try to win games, and let the defense do what they have to do to help us out. So that is pretty much what this series is going to be about. And of course, you know, if we get fired, then we have to look for another job somewhere else. But within the first 5 years, we can only take the group of 5 schools. And for right now, I think within the first 3 years, we have to stay in the American. Now, for whatever reason, if I want to say probably once we get to our 5th year, I'm hoping by then we're a head coach of some sort. But then we can start taking head coaching jobs for year 5. And then whenever we can at least take a head coaching job at least win, and it doesn't matter what we win. It has to be a conference championship, and it has to be a bowl game we have to go before we can accept a job from Nebraska. So if Nebraska offers us a deal after season 5, and let's say we're a head coach, maybe here at Memphis, then we can't. If we don't win a conference championship and a bowl game, we can't accept that job. We have to let that job go and move on to the next, and hope that they offer that job to us as the head coach of Nebraska. And eventually, I'm hoping at some point here we'll be there, and we'll have that job as the head coach. And then, of course, as the head coach, we can we'll have a traditional series. So we'll see. The series will kind of move on pretty quickly here because, like I said, we're only playing offense. There may be a couple episodes we'll have 2 games, just depending on how what game we're going to be playing in and how important it is and stuff like that. So the series will kind of move along pretty quickly for the most part here. But for big games that are really important to us, they'll probably be just that game that we'll have in the episode. So I think it's going to be really fun. It's a different approach to it. I'm not playing both sides of the ball. I'm only playing one side. I'm allowed to play one side of the ball. And then also, too, we got those in-house rules where, for us to be a head coach, we have to wait 5 years. And not to mention, we have to win at least a conference championship and a bowl game in the same year. So, year 5, if we happen to win a conference championship and win a bowl game, then we can, if Nebraska offers a job, we can take it. But if we don't do that, we only do one of the 2 or neither, then if they offer us a job, we can't take it, and we have to go on and go from there. Now, after 5 seasons, we decided we want to go somewhere else outside of in this case, it'd be the American. Then we can do that. We can go and get other jobs as an offensive coordinator or head coach if we want to. So, long as we're having a successful, and of course, if in order to get jobs like that, you have to be successful. So we're gonna have to show that we have a good win-loss ratio. The playbook we're gonna be using right now is for this first year is going to be whatever Memphis uses, and then year 2, I'm trying to work on a playbook right now that is customized for this team, and then we can kind of take over the offensive duties full on and have plays in it that we think that will work best for our guys there at Memphis. So, and of course, if you've seen here, we do have some big and some huge things that going on here, because we have a lot of seniors that will be taking off from us going into the after this first year. So we are going to make some huge strides here to try to get a lot of guys signed here to come to Memphis. So Memphis is usually a pretty good school. It's academically, all right, but recruiting wise, it's not bad, but it is a little challenging. So, and that's what I want to do. I want a little challenge because we're a tactician. We're a guy that X's and O's. That's our thing, and recruiting's not. So recruiting is going to be kind of a tough thing there. Hopefully, with enough points here in this new system that they have in here, hopefully we can unlock that ability so we can be able to, help ourselves out in that area. And of course, we can carry that on from the, throughout the seasons, and of course, going to other schools there. If we do well, we can put points to recruiting, so that will help us as eventually as a head coach. We can, start, being a head coach, being a household name. We can start getting some of those big time, names to come to our school when we're scouting high school players. I I will say that his alma mater is Nebraska, but his main pipeline that he's going to be recruiting out of is the state that he currently is living in right now. He isn't fully. He's kind of got a small apartment on campus. They're on the campus of Memphis, with the Memphis Tigers there, but his main pipeline is going to be Mississippi. So he's going to be able to recruit players out of there, as well as, of course, Tennessee, which, of course, that's our home state, Memphis, Tennessee. So we'll be able to recruit out of those mainly those two areas, and of course, wherever else we can go to when it comes to recruiting. And basically, what I try to do is try to recruit guys that actually want to come here. And of course, if there's a name that I feel like we got a good shot at. I feel like hey, that'd be a guy here. We can kind of try to convince him to come here. We'll try a couple of some top 5s and top 10 guys in different positions there to try to come to Memphis. But of course, those are going to be long shots, and of course, if we can't get them, then we'll take them off the board. But most important, we're going to be focusing on guys that we can get. So if these guys that we are targeting that want to come over, they have interest in us. If they're 5 stars, great. If they're 1 stars, great. It doesn't really matter. Whatever talent we can bring in here, we're going to try to see what talent we can get here and help us out. And of course, like I said, after this first season, this first recruiting class, it's going to be very important because we have several, I think 29 seniors that we have to turn over here. So I guarantee we'll probably have a lot of walk-ons coming next year. And like I said, if we don't do so well next year and we happen to get fired, well, we have to look for another job somewhere in the American or some other Group of 5 school. And that's the beauty about this. We get to go around the nation and see where we can, where our feet will land and see where we're best at, and what schools will have interest in us. So this is gonna be a very good series. As you take a look there, there's the team needs that we have, and like I said, we have a lot of needs for this after this first season here. Like I said, I have been working on the settings for this series. Pretty much, it's gonna be, and I'm still trying to get used to this. I'm not gonna bore you guys. I don't want to have constantly having games or just always losses. So I am playing on All-American for the sanctity of my sanity, and of course the quality of the videos. So far I've been playing, I think I played 8 games, and so far it's been almost 50-50 wins and losses. Pretty much 4 wins, 4 losses for the most part here. So I feel comfortable with the slider, or the pretty much the default sliders. I am going to drop some of the important ones, like the accuracy of the quarterbacks, both the CPU and the user, as well as the catch ability, and of course tackling. So we're going to drop those down probably around, coming out of the box, it's like 50 overall, 50 down the line of all of those. But I think we're going to drop those down to probably somewhere around 45 to 40, just to have some fun with some inaccurate throws, and pressure, throwing the ball on the run, all that kind of stuff. So it makes the games a little more interesting and a little more exciting for the most part here. If you guys are accustomed to my series, you know what I'm talking about. So we're going to do that for the most part here, because I tried to play it on Heisman and I was just getting railed the whole time. And I'm thinking, like, yeah, this is not gonna be too good of a series if I'm especially learning this new passing system and all the new features they have in this game. It's gonna take some time to get up to that level of playing on Heisman. So we are playing All-American with some challenging sliders that I have to work with, and of course with the CPU as well. So should be fun. Should we have some pretty exciting games here? I don't know. What do you think our prediction is going to be for this year with Memphis? Are we going to go run the table? Are we going to are we going to go lose every single game? I almost feel like that's going to be the case here. I don't know. We may get one win. I can see us getting at least one win. But yeah, it's gonna be very interesting how this is gonna go. And like I said, this is gonna be a fun little series. I don't know the day when this series is gonna come out, because I'm trying to have a certain day where you guys will know this series will be on. I'm kind of toying around that it may come on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. But again, like I said, I'm just kind of figuring out a schedule for that, and see what day I can, makes sense logistically, where I can jump on, play a game, get it edited, voice it over, and get it up to you guys. So, but yeah, stay tuned for that. Like I said, this will come out very soon. I will announce when the first episode will be and what days you guys will be able to catch those those episodes. And like I said, I'm trying my best to record these in bulk, so you guys will get at least, I'm looking at least 2 a week, or at least at 1 a week, no more than 2 a week, for the most part. So again, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and stay tuned, like I said, for more here on the channel, for more of our coaching carousel. And of course, we'll get the Highland Scotties Team Builder series started very soon as well. But that's it from me. As always, keep yourselves healthy. Go Tigers, go! And I'll see you guys next time.